Hey everybody, good morning. Mestre Sukuri coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. Monday morning, so Capoeira Zoador Academy is closed, and so is the restaurant. But I wanted to take some time to tell you guys a funny story, right? Not a funny story, but I think it's important to always share experiences within the Capoeira community. Okay, today the premise, what we're going to talk about is the difference between a franchise, an association, and just one-way relationship in capoeira groups. Okay, so I'm fortunate. Fortunately, I run my own group, Capoeira Zoador. I founded it in 1999, and I don't answer to anyone. Okay, like we say in Portuguese, right? So Deus que tem pena de mim. Only God can be ashamed of me. So what I want to talk to you guys about, and then bring it back with a story just to give you guys some context in what I'm talking about. Okay, first, I have graduate level MBA courses that I've taken. So I'm not going to say I took 100, but I took a good 7, 8 courses, right? That's almost a full MBA curriculum of 1 year or a little bit over. So what is a franchise in capoeira? Okay, let's not even say capoeira. Let's say, what is a franchise? A franchise is when you pay for something, such as, let's say, McDonald's. McDonald's. If I open a McDonald's franchise, I don't have to ask questions. Everything is prepared. Manuals, where to get equipment, how to train staff, how to set up the restaurant, specifications for everything is given to you by the McDonald's Corporation. I know because a friend of mine opened one in the States. So they get everything. He literally said, my friend said, him and his wife actually didn't have that much mental work to do because the franchise fee that they pay covers everything, and the McDonald's Corporations helps them a lot in doing things. Okay, so example, franchise fee. The person getting the franchise fee is responsible for creating a good product and giving to you educational material. Okay, let's think about that now as compared to an association, right? In Capoeira, we have a lot of people wearing the same logo, be it Cordon de Oro, Zoador, Abada, everything. We have a lot of people wearing the same T-shirts, good or bad, doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, an association is where you're connected and collaborating, right, to come together and to support each other under one banner or one group philosophy concept. Okay. Third one is a one-way relationship, and this is unfortunately what I see a lot, and this will take me to the story that I'm about to tell you guys. So this one way relationship is when people have to buy the credibility of their capoeira by paying for a mestre or a real teacher or an association or a franchise, where every month or every year they pay a fee and actually don't get much back, right? And this is strange because you could say 30 years ago there was no way for really to franchise. Maybe a mestre in Brazil, you could go down there and take 2 weeks of video on a video recorder, then you can analyze it and get some pointers, right? But now you have Zoom, you have everything. You can connect, you can communicate. So now it's up to those instructors or the master of that group to create a knowledge base and pass it on to you. It's their responsibility if they're doing the franchise. If they're doing an association and nothing's expected, just a connection, same. But if you're paying for a service, say membership, and you're not getting constant, not emotional support. I'm talking about technical support. What do you need to move forward? What do you need to grow in capoeira? Or even better yet, for example, if you're paying, let's say, $100 a month US to an association, what does that $100 a month get you? Are you buying your cordon? Does it only mean when the Mestre comes, they give you a cordon and it's over? Do you pay more when the Mestre comes? So are you paying for an association and when the event happens? I'm sorry, from a business standpoint, that sounds kind of strange. If I were paying, okay, first of all, I'm going to be clear. I have Capoeira Zoador under me, right? I don't charge because at this point, I don't have to do anything, okay? I believe in my own ability to create here. If I'm invited to an event and I get paid for it, I'm happy, okay? I'm grateful. I'm humbled by the invitation. But my main source of income isn't traveling around the world because I'm not one of the top mestres in the world. That's fine. That's my way. If you live that way, that's fine too. That's your choice. I know a couple of mestres who do it and deserve every penny they get. And there's some mestres out there that I know deserve even more. Okay, but the economic system of capoeira doesn't support it. Like the song says, if I paid my mestre for all that he passed to me or she passed to me, then all the money in the world wouldn't be enough. So there's a couple mestres out there that I think are like that. Mestre Acordeon, Mestre Boa Gente, you guys, seriously, are just unbelievable. Okay, and there's a lot of other, I won't mention other names because it's going to take too much time. So, here we are. Positive effect of a franchise in capoeira. You're getting organized, helpful, build up information on a regular basis because you're paying for the franchise. Okay. If you're paying at the association level, then there should be some kind of understanding what you're paying for. Are you paying for just to use the logo? Are you getting a discount on material, things you need? Are they quickly answering any questions you might have? People complain a lot, like, oh, my master takes forever to do this, or my master takes forever to do this, and it's really difficult to get stuff from Brazil, blah, 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 blah. Guys, then why are you paying? Why are you paying? I'm not saying quit your group. I'm saying things are only going to get better for the capoeira community as a whole if we address things that are holding us back, right? We have to address things that are holding us back. Are you a one-way? And I don't want to use any bad words here because really there's only a few words I can use to describe the last one, where you're just giving money, hoping that the master is going to come and say, oh, in front of your students, say, this person's doing a good job, this person's doing a good job, and I feel comfortable and that things are growing here, blah, 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 blah. Give the cordon, having not been a part of anything, not having been a part of any growth. No excuses because you can videotape everything and send it. Where's the dialogue? Where's the quality control? Because I'm not seeing it. Okay? And are you just paying one way? So this takes us to my story today. Okay. When I first came to Japan, I arrived in 1999, and there was a bachizado event. I went to the event. There was a young Japanese instructor. Okay? I am not going to say to the person's quality or anything. Everything is opinion based, okay? So, what happened? I was there, and the Brazilian mestre, we were having lunch because I was one of the few people who could speak Portuguese. And he was talking to me, and he had mentioned, he goes, look, I want you to take over. I've only known him for maybe a week, 2 weeks. He was just here for a few months. And he said, if you were to join my group, then I will promote you with one cordon, just like that. I'll give you your next cordon, and I will, that was basically it. I'll join my group, lead the group in Japan under that banner. I said, thank you. No, I just got here. I'm still filling things out. And he goes, quickly, well, if you're not under my banner, then I can't help you. Se você não está abaixo da minha bandeira, eu não te posso ajudar. I was like, Master, I didn't ask for your help. I didn't say anything politely, respecting the hierarchy of capoeira. That's his choice. It's his event. It's his table. Okay? And I said, okay, thank you very much. I got away from that group of people because I didn't like how it was going and how it was going to go. I say this millions of times, right? Capoeira takes time, and the relationships you make are long term. It's easy to meet somebody 10, 20 years down the line that you haven't seen. So you need to be really careful in that situation. So here's what happened. The young Japanese guy got big starry-eyed when the Mestre said that to him, because I was there at the table when he said, I'm going to promote you. I was there at the batizado when he said, I want to, on a formado, graduate the first Japanese Mestre. And he did that 11 years later, when the guy had less than 2 or 3 years of capoeira in Japan. He was graduated Mestre 11 years later. Every year, people would tell me, I would look, he got a cordon. Thank you very much. Come back. Don't think it only happens in Brazil or in your community. It happens everywhere. I am not saying that this is the norm of capoeira. I'm not saying this is normal. I'm not saying every Brazilian mestre, every American mestre, every international mestre is doing this. I'm saying a situation to give you guys experience transmitted from me and my opinion. Okay? And every year he got a cordon. 11 years later, he was the first mestre of capoeira in Japan. Personally, I wouldn't call him mestre because that's not the way it works. I've mentioned there was another guy who got a contra mestre cordon in Japan after 7 years. And the same excuse, my mestre gave it to me. You know better, so you shouldn't do it. I've talked about this in other videos. Why did I bring up the story and today's topic? The other day, I'm at the restaurant, and I have, at the restaurant, a lot of people come. And they love Brazil, and they know Mestre Sucuri, Mestre Linguiça are there, so they want to meet us, say hello. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Come more. We need to grow the restaurant. And a woman comes in, a friend of my wife's, and she says, I used to do capoeira with that group. My husband too. And I said, oh, so how is that teacher? Didn't use mestre. I'm not being rude because I'm being a level of integrity. Okay. How is that teacher? Politely in Japanese. And she said, oh, he moved to another city. I go, he's no longer part of that group. I go, but he was in charge of that group. I go, let me guess. Got tired of paying money and didn't get anything in return. She looked at me wide-eyed and goes, how did you know? Guys, you see this? This is gray and white. It's got some back here too. Experience it. I've seen it. What I'm saying for you guys in the future, think about the 3 things when you're paying money. Regardless if it's a Brazilian group, if it's not a Brazilian group, if it's a yoga class, if it's a jiu-jitsu class, if it's a soccer group, anything that's non-tangible. I call non-tangible things we're selling like capoeira, a feeling, something special, something different. Be clear of your relationship and be clear because you're spending money. Students pay you money to do this. They pay you for authenticity, which is also something very unclear, but come on, basic stuff. They pay you for organization, they pay to get better. So that means you need a support base that helps you to get better. Okay? Franchise, association, or one-way money. You're the mule. You're paying for what? So what happens is years and years later, it's going to catch up with you. If you think I'm being too hard about this, hit me up when it happens to you. Okay? Guys, It's just food for thought today. We need to think and we need to call out the good and the bad, because if we don't, we can't fix anything. Remember, if you like the channel and you like what we're doing, please subscribe. We're almost at 200 people. Yay! A lot of peace, a lot of love, and a lot of capoeira. Ashe, Mestre Sukuri, Tokyo, Japan, Mestre vibes.